Hey everyone, it's been a while since we've done a video and I figured why not do a vlog given we've got such nice weather here in the UK. After 14 years of being in Microsoft and in GitHub, I'm taking a role outside. I am heading to ServiceNow where I'm going to join the Moveworks team. So I'm going to be a senior staff developer advocate out there and sharing all the things I've learned with the team and helping, tell that story. So I'm here at Dinton Pastures today. So whenever I want to think through things, whenever I just want to reflect a little bit, this is always somewhere that I come, and you'll see why in a sec. Let me just take you here now that I think about it. Just going to go and stand on the water's edge a little bit. And there we go. As you can see, it's very beautiful here. I'm very fortunate to have this on my doorstep. So this is Dinton Pastures. So this is my little spot I normally come to whenever I need to go and think things through. Like, you can kind of see why. It's just very tranquil. You know, you've got planes flying overhead, you've got traffic going past and stuff, but yeah, this is where I normally go. So I'll go and pull up a seat and get talking. I never thought when I started at Microsoft how things would kind of pan out. And in fact, actually, I want to start before Microsoft because there's a funny little story I was thinking about. The year before I applied there, I created my GitHub account. So I'm in the sub 1 million ID crew. So shout out, if you want to check yours out, you can go to api.github.com. You can go and take a look. But I was like 710,000 and something, I think. Created the account on GitHub, then a year later joined Microsoft as an intern. So I started there in services. I was a technical account manager there, and then I went back to university for a year and then came back to the grad scheme, and that's where I really focused on development and consulting, and that's where all of those things started with my career. I've always been in software development though, like even from the age of like 12, 13, 14, I was like coding for like online sci-fi MMORPGs. So I've always had that kind of love to build things, and that has carried through my career. I moved on to FastTrack for Azure, where I helped set up that team, helped set up their DevOps practice and establish their architecture practice. And when I joined, we were a team of 3 or 4 engineers and maybe 7 or 8 overall. And by the time I left, we were like 400. Quite a fun experience, that one. Then I moved over to the customer success unit in Microsoft for a little while, and then I hopped over to GitHub where I focused on enterprise advocacy, and then ultimately ended up in the developer relations team. And when I think back over the last 4 years, it's been a ton of growth, it's been a ton of change, and I'm just thankful for everyone who's been involved in that, like managers, colleagues, people I've learned from, people I've partnered with. Like, I've just learned so much from all of you, and it's been such a fun ride. Like, I never thought that I would be 14 years ago creating videos to launch GitHub products. When I signed up for my GitHub account, like, that is just absolutely wild. So I think it started with like Copilot Chat, and GitHub.com was one of the first ones I made for product launches. Shout out to Krista as well, because I know we teamed up on that one. Then there were things like GitHub Models, you know, being able to go and use AI very easily just with your personal access token from GitHub, all the way through to things like Copilot Workspace and having that very opinionated spec to plan to implementing stuff, through to GitHub Spark, through to there's so many things, like even Copilot Coding Agent, or now Copilot Cloud Agent, being able to delegate tasks to agents in the background. It's just amazing how far things have come in the last 4 years. Like, the last 4 years in tech have been a very long 10 years when you think about it. Like, when I joined GitHub, it was about the time where we launched Copilot code completions into general availability. And now you look at things and we've all got agents running in the background, planning tasks, delegating out tasks, dividing and conquering on tasks. And so I'm excited to see what comes in the future. So I'm sad to be leaving the team because I think the team is doing some awesome stuff. However, I'm excited for what comes next, so let me tell you all about that. So yeah, exciting times ahead. I'm starting at a company called Moveworks next week. They got acquired by ServiceNow last year, and they focus all on AI agents and how you kind of bring them into like business and enterprise processes. And that really appeals to me because last year I completed my MBA, and I think this is kind of in the middle of like how you build for the future of the world that we're kind of working in with AI. But equally, you need developers to go and build that and integrate that into the business. And so it's at the middle of kind of the worlds that I've been kind of thinking about and operating in. And that's why it's kind of exciting to me and why I'm moving across. So I'd love to know, by the way, what do you think about this whole kind of vlogging approach that I've been trying out on this one? Because normally I'm at my desk, normally I'm presenting or doing a bit of show and tell. So let me know, have you enjoyed this? Has this worked? Like, I'm enjoying it because the scenery is great and I get to actually get out and about and, go for a walk around one of the places I enjoy. So let me know. If you've ever spoken to me about AI, you'll know there's kind of two opinions that I've got about agents in the future and some skills that people need. One of them is about organization design and figuring out how you build that structure where agents and humans, employees, can go and work with each other. But then the other is processes. Like, I'm all about putting enough process in place to enable people to do their best work, but at the same time not making them so that like it kind of is overwhelming. And so I think Moveworks sits at the middle of that. Like, they are really focused about how you kind of build these deterministic processes where it makes sense, but then how you bring AI into things when you need to as well. And so I'm excited to kind of join the team. I'm excited to bring everything I've learned from helping GitHub do product launches all the way through to the community side of things, what conferences we go to, all of that kind of developer relations stuff. Now, one of the things I've also been thinking about is how I carry on all of my own stuff. I've had my Cloud with Chris channel going now for the last 8 years maybe or so. I've been very inactive over the past few because I've been more focused on the software dev side of things and the AI side of things. I'm rebranding the channel. I'm just kind of branding it as myself, Chris Reddington, and I'm gonna have a load more different stuff on there. Like, I'm gonna be talking about AI and things a bit more, gonna carry on the software dev side of things, because guess what, it's still important when we're building these systems. We need to build quality and stuff in. I also care about cloud still. How do you go and build these systems? Well, of course, you need all these good cloud principles. But I also want it to be a bit more personal as well. For those of you who know me more personally, you know that I've been getting back into collecting things. So I've definitely been getting into the Pokemon side of things. A few friends have kind of told me I should open packs when I get them on YouTube, so maybe I'll do that. I've gotten back into the gaming side as well. I've been playing a bit of Age of Empires. I've been playing a bit of City Skylines 2 as well. I was playing Marvel Rivals a little bit as well a while back, and I need to get back into that again. So there's things like that maybe I'll start doing some streaming. I've also really enjoyed playing some of the Pokemon games on the Switch as well. So there's maybe a mix of things that I'll start doing. So if you're interested in any of that, let me know. Because then I can also maybe put some of that stuff on the channel. So it might be hopping around a little bit in the recording, so apologies if that's the case. First time vlogging, you're kind of getting my stream of consciousness and as and when I think about things. So I'll kind of try and edit it around as it makes sense. I think what's really fascinating is, like, you look at the last 4 years that we've had with AI. Like, as I said earlier, when I joined GitHub, it was just around the time where we were really thinking about code completions, and at the time that completely blew my mind. Like, I was like, what do you mean I can type in a comment and then I get code which is basically what I'm thinking, what I'm asking, kind of based on the context of what I got in the file. Then we had chat, where you could kind of have a more natural interaction about it all. And then we moved on to agents, and the agents then had capabilities to be able to go and edit files, and that was wild at the time. But now we go beyond just editing. We go into being able to have any kind of arbitrary tool calls. Like, some of the stuff I've been doing at home is setting up an MCP server for Unify. So if anyone uses like Ubiquity networks stuff, you'll know they've got a brand of networking equipment called Unify. I built an MCP server so you could go and interact with that, understand what clients are on the server, uptime, all of those things that are available through the API. And Copilot can then go ahead, or whichever AI tool, Claude Code, Codex, etc., can go and plug into that and go and use that as a tool that they support. Fascinating times. And I'd love to know, maybe that's something I should do in the future, is like a prediction of what happens in the next 4 years, because that was 4 years prior to when I joined. What about the next 4 years? Who knows? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? So it's been an amazing ride. 4 years at GitHub, 9 years at Microsoft. So I know I've kept saying 14, but it's 14 years of my life, because there was the year in between where I finished my degree. Loads of things have happened. Like, I had family members pass away, like my nan, my dad. I met my girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife. Obviously I proposed, and we've had our wedding and everything. Like, there's been a lot that has happened over those 14 years. And I'm very thankful for my friends, my family, the amazing community of people that I've met online where I've been doing all of this creation stuff, my colleagues, my managers along the way, people that I've had the chance to kind of work with even in passing. You've all had an impact on me and my career, so thank you for everything. It's sad to say goodbye, but I'm very excited to see what's ahead. So thanks for tuning in, folks, and drop a like, drop a subscribe if you like this update, and maybe I'll do some more in the future. So see you soon. Bye for now.